All right, on this episode of Bare Knuckle Radio, very excited to be talking to an individual competing at BKB 36, which goes down on January the 27th. And we've got a BKB World Championship in the mix and a very intriguing rematch going on, as well as Tony Lafferty and Scott McHugh get ready to throw down. And great having Scott on Bare Knuckle Radio. How's your day going so far, man?
Yeah, it's all good, mate. Cam's just about, I had this session yesterday, just ticking over now, game plan ready.
And this is just...
as well, so...
Yeah, no, good to hear, man, and just, such an interesting fight here, in a certain sense, because I did mention in the intro that it is a rematch, but, it was in your bare knuckle debut, ultimately, at BKB 13 there. Just what are your thoughts heading into this rematch? I would think that both of you are almost completely different fighters heading into the second fight here.
Yeah, well, first fight, we're both just brawlers, I have zero boxing experience. I trained from a Thai boxing place, took it short notice. But yeah, I've adapted from BKB, and so has Lafferty. So, I think we both deserve this world title, and we're both very hungry for it. So, yeah, may the best man win.
Yeah, and I saw that there was an attempt to schedule the rematch there circa September of 2022 at BKB 28, which didn't pan out. Are you excited this rematch is ultimately happening after there was, a previous attempt to kind of make it that sort of fell by the wayside there?
We're all due to lockdown and that, and I ended up fighting someone else. I think twice now we're meant to fight him, but now it's happening. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I can't wait. I've trained my heart out, like the best camp I've ever had in my life. I'm at a pro boxing gym now, so yeah, we're doing everything. There's no stone unturned, ready.
That's interesting. So have you trained, or rather changed your training preparations, like the gym you've been getting in work at, even from the last time we've talked there, or?
I think, no, because we last spoke when I fought Aaron McCallum, but again, I were just doing stuff off, Bushon George. I worked at a Thai gym, it was a brilliant gym, but it wasn't a professional boxing gym. We didn't work on much really footwork when I fought Sean and stuff like that. I used to put my head down a lot, but now it's all changed this year since I've been at this new gym. Since I've been here as well, the new gym, I think I've had 1, 2, 3, 4. I've had 4 fights with Masters Boxing. Yeah, since then. That's an unlicensed and one in bare knuckle. And I've had 4 stoppages, so it's working.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool to hear. You've just always gotten in such great work, and that's kind of what I was sort of touching on with the differences between the first Lafferty fight and this upcoming one. Just with all the subsequent work you've gotten in with guys like Jimmy Sweeney and James Connelly, Rico Franco, you could really go on, and obviously multiple times over British bare knuckle boxing champion. So it just seems and obviously Tony Lafferty has improved as well. So just a very compelling rematch for people who actively follow the scene.
Yeah, well, like I said, Tony's improved on his boxing. His head movement's good. He's got a fast, sharp jab. And yeah, we've both come on, like I say, and we both want that world title, and it's going to be a very good fight. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. I just didn't want to make it seem like I wasn't giving Tony his due there as well. Just such an intriguing fight for sure, and kind of interesting with you because I was checking you out on the Toe the Line podcast just a bit before we started talking, and I've obviously kept up with what you've been doing in BKB, but it seems like you've had a decently active 2023 with even some gloved bouts worked in there. Can you kind of talk about all that, just the, I guess, overall effort you had there in 2023? Because, yeah.
Well, literally, I've been in a camp all year, I've been active, I've constantly been in the gym, and this past 8 weeks, we've literally upped it for this world title, and it's been a very, very hard camp, like I say, and I've had so much sparring, with same style as him. I've fought with pressure fighters, back foot fighters, sparring, so I'm prepared for everything, what's going to come to me. So yeah, I'm like I say, yeah, it's been a good one.
Yeah, and it seems like so many things are gelling together at like a perfect time for you in a lot of ways. Just coming off of like winning that prize fighter tournament, and I talked about the multiple British title accolades, and you seem like your fitness is at like a paramount level, like the best it's ever been. So it seems like you're at the perfect point in a lot of ways, readying to get to this world title bid and everything.
Yeah, my usual fighter, I fought 76 prize fighter. I usually fight 73 when I fought Sean George. But this weight now, I have cut a lot of weight. I think I fought at 78 kilo about 3.5 months ago, and now I'm obviously I'm about 70 kg now, so I've not got much. It'll drop off in probably morning before the fight, and I've had a proper nutritionist, dietitian, and I feel a lot healthier, believe it or not, because I've never done anything like this. The strength conditioning wise, I've done all that. And my fitness, honestly, it's unreal. Like, the fittest I've ever been in my life. But I don't think there's no one at that weight category what can beat my work rate and fitness. At this one anyway, especially when I'm a bit lighter. So just because I'm lighter as well, I'm a bit sharp, a lot more sharper, powerful as well. So yeah, it's worked. This workout, doing it all natural instead of water cutting. Do you know what I mean?
That's interesting. I mean, you talk about adding some of these things to your preparations, like the strength and conditioning aspect and things of that ilk. Like, what kind of led you to adding those to your preparations? Obviously, they're paying dividends, but like, what led you to adding those into your training?
Well, the strength conditioning wise, I have done bits of it, but like I've got like a professional boxing coach, so we train how the people doing professional boxing. You know, like we've got everything wrote down. We do everything correct, you know. But the strength conditioning wise, it's just got me even fitter as well. So I don't know what to say about it. It's good.
Yeah, no, good to hear that the nutritionist is panning out as well. I was hearing that in the Toe the Line interview that I was just listening to as well. Just like that classic "you are what you eat" sort of adage. It seems like it's really benefiting you in a lot of ways. So, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because I usually eat what I want and just starve myself a couple of days before, you know. But now I don't need to do all that. And yeah, you are what you eat. Like, eating healthy now since I've been training here is brilliant, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt, man. And, I mean, kind of curious, like, how many, I guess, peeps are coming out for this one. It seems like you have, like, good representation, like, good fanfare at all these BKB cards you're part of, and this is obviously a big one. Like, is this one a lot of people are coming out to? Is this one a lot of people are hitting you up about the tickets for the world title fight and all?
Yeah, I've done quite a lot of tickets, obviously, from the first fight, we were a classic, so I've done pretty good on tickets, and I've got a lot of exposure from it, so yeah. I think I've done 100 tickets nearly now, so, you know, I must be doing something right.
Yeah, and it's cool, too, because this fight is coming fairly early in the year, so it could potentially facilitate an active 2024 if you get your ideal outcome defending the title after, etc.
Yeah, like I said, I'll defend it. Whatever the promoter asks me to do, I'll do. So I've never turned nothing down. I'll fight any weight. You tell me where I'll get there. You know, so yeah, that's just how I am.
I mean, even with this new nutritionist, that could be to your benefit. I mean, even before that, it seemed like you were great at, like, making these different weight divisions and getting to the, respective weight limits professionally. But I would think this addition of the nutritionist would really help that in a lot of regards. That must be cool for you, just opening up a lot of options with different opponents in weight categories and all.
Yeah, like I said, whatever, if I have to go up weight, get straight onto them, you know, what do I need to eat, what kind, and you just get a big list of what to eat, when to eat, what time, because I've got it all wrote down what time my training is, when I should have a meal, when I shouldn't, you know, on my rest days, what to eat, yeah, so it's all good.
Yeah, and I know you're game to fight whoever out there, like, is there someone, I mean, not overlooking this fight, obviously very important, but I guess just kind of looking at the landscape, is there someone out there that you could see representing a first title contender if you get that ideal outcome and win the belt here?
I don't call, if people know, I don't call people. I'll never have my eye on anyone. I'll fight anyone they put in front of me, and that's not me being cheeky or thinking, that's just how I am. If there's a fight there at 79 kilo, no worries, I'll take it. You know, I'm not bothered who it is, where it is. I'll be ready.
No, fair enough, man, and I appreciate that. I think people like that about you. It's just like, it's good to be earnest and not, contrive. Just,
I'm an honest guy, I'm not a bad mouth. It's bare knuckle. You know what I mean? And anyone should be respected who goes in there, whatever, because anything can happen in a bare knuckle ring. Don't care who you are, how good your chin is, with no glove on. You can get cut, you can get knocked out. So you've got to be humble with it and respect everyone.
No, it's cool. I was talking to BKFC's Isaac Doolittle earlier today, and he was echoing a very similar sentiment, just like this very humble and respectful approach to each and every opponent. It's like, these guys are putting in hard work, and, if I overlook this guy, I could get caught. So just cool to hear that level of respect and groundedness and everything.
Yeah, you just look stupid if you say, I'm going to knock him out in first round, this, that, and the other, Fucking hell, look what happened to me in America. It's just one of them. You can get caught straight away. Look what happened to Daniel Lurwell. The kid were fucking smashing him up. Got caught with a right hand or a jab, bang, eyebrow, went doctor stoppage. It's just part of the bare knuckle game. And you should never say that you're I'm gonna do this in first round or whatever, or I'm gonna stop him. You can't say it because you don't know what's gonna happen in there. That's in the full of bare knuckle fighting. That's part of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just such a precise game, it seems like. I've talked to a lot of fighters too who will describe gloved combat sports where there's certain strikes and they perceive it like, I could kind of take this, it's not going to be a devastating strike, but even that tiny sort of pawing out kind of strike can almost cut you open in bare knuckle and stop the fight even. So just, a different game for sure.
Different game, boxing. You can be a bit more cocky in there. You've got gloves on, you know what I mean? You can protect yourself. But bare knuckle you can't. So you'll make one mistake in there, it's game over. So yeah, you've just got to be fully focused and don't let your game plan go out the window because you just fuck up.
Yeah, and I mean, even the defensive aspect of the game too, such a different thing. It seems like how have you, I guess, refined your defensive approach in bare knuckle? It seems like you've been able to be offensively effective and defensively responsible, but yeah, kind of difficult in a sport like this in a certain sense. But
in each opponent, people think, I'm going to look at his last fight, how he's fought, I'm going to do this as a game plan, or whatever, like I say, anything can happen. My defence-wise as well, each person I fight, I'll have a different defence, I'll have a different style. If I see someone hitting the boxing bag, or he's training hard, I can read his style, but then you don't do that in a fight. When you get in there, you've got your own style. But I seem to change mine every time. Every fight, if you look at all of my 14 fights, I'll change my style each fight. So I've fought southpaw sometimes. I can switch it up, or it all depends who you're fighting. That's all I'm saying, yeah. That's it.
Well, I mean, you have a wealth of experience in so many combat sports, it seems like, so it's cool that you're able to be adaptable to whatever your opponent presents. That must help with, your composure heading into the fights to a certain extent, at least.
Yeah, I've had a lot of boxing matches. I haven't going to count, but K1, that ties my background, I think that's where I get my toughness from, getting shin to head, knee to head, or whatever. I've done MMA, I've done it all. I reckon I've had about a good 70 fights in total, including bare knuckle boxing, not only 70, around 60 in total, 60 plus I've had. And I'm just experiencing it now. I just know what to expect. So obviously, when the debut with bare knuckle, I jumped into a different world. That's like, for example, I don't know, Tony going into his K1 debut. Do you know what I mean? You're like, fucking hell, what do I do here? What's going on? You jump onto another combat sport you weren't trained for. You fucked it. And that's what I did on first fight. So now I've got that experience. I know exactly what to expect, what's coming, what shots. So, yeah, I'm all relaxed and chilled out, ready.
Yeah, for sure, and just, so much going on and everything like that in the BKB landscape, and such a compelling fight, so to that point, appreciate you making some time to, chat a bit before, but in wanting to be mindful of your schedule and what you're getting up to, man. I mean, just kind of putting the ball in your court, if there's maybe a parting thought you'd want to add as we're sort of wrapping up here, man.
What do you mean, like, training-wise and stuff, what I'm doing now?
Just usually I kind of put it out there to fighters at the kind of tail end of the interviews, like maybe if there's something they wanted to, mention, like maybe sponsor shout-outs or something to spotlight or anything of that persuasion.
I don't know, I'm just ready for Saturday, I'm not going to say what's happening, what's going to happen. All I'm saying is be ready Saturday. Do you know what I mean, Tony? And he knows he's in for a tough fight, so I'll just keep my mouth there. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, it's a very compelling rematch, man. I mean, I think it's one that's been highly anticipated for people who follow the circuit pretty actively. And yeah, BKB 36 looking like an awesome event on January 27th. And thank you for coming on Bare Knuckle Radio ahead of this BKB world title fight.
There's lots of fighters on there. We all have a good fight and come back safe to families. That's all that matters, Yeah, nice one.
No, it's exactly it, man. Perfect way to end things off. Just again to reiterate, though, thank you so much for the time. I'm looking forward to checking out this fight when it goes down. But until then, you have a good rest of your day, man. Thank you.
Yeah, alright, thanks a lot, mate. Cheers.